I hope you all are doing great. Before we get into the real topic, I actually need one help and want to share something that happened yesterday. So, the first thing is that I want you all to tell me if I should post about a day in my life as a counselor and something about Melbourne, life in Australia, and all of these things. So, yes, let me know about that in the comment section below. And second is that, so yesterday I actually had a session with a student, and she had processed for UK student visa application from one of the agent, and the course, of course, she was suggested was masters in international business. So why I want to share this story is that I know a lot of you process from the agents, and think that this would be happening with you guys as well. So if you are processing through agent, just be careful about if this is happening with you. So what happened with her was that, of course, the agent suggested the easiest course that any student can get into. There was masters in international business, and told her that this is one of the very fine degree, and it will get you very good job opportunities with high paying salaries and stuff like that. Also not in the best of the university in UK. And when I actually asked the student whether they contacted any students who have actually studied this course in UK or they are currently studying, so she was like that I couldn't reach out to anyone and no one is replying and stuff like that. So then I said that might as well just ask your counselor only to share some of their past students contact details so that you can just get the feedback and all. Now what happened is that the counselor of course denied that confidentiality की वजह से we cannot share the contact details of that person. And the student has a single parent. She is planning to take an education loan of 40 to 50 lakhs. And the UK job market is so bad, even for the STEM related field as well right now. Maybe you are going for something like this course is not going to help at all. I told her immediately that do not go for this course. Trust me, you will regret it. And the student just wants to get out of the country. But I mean, still, see, for that reason, also, it's not worth spending 50 lakhs just because you want to get out of the country, right? Um, Even not when your parents have a lot of money. So especially not when you are taking a loan. I don't know why, but for some reason it hurts me that when you spend such huge amount of money on such useless degrees, that it cannot give you good return on investment. I just feel very bad and sad that you will get into a lot of debt, and ultimately the students will complain or blame on the job market that it is not good and all. But honestly, see that you don't have skills, you are a fresher, and on top of that you are going to such a low ranked university. Fourth, you are going for such a pathetic course. Why would a company give you the job when there are so many students graduating from the top business schools with actually having skills and studied the courses that are actually giving you something? So don't fall for these things. Be careful, identify if these things are happening with you as well with your agent, then don't go for it. I am always 99% of the time trying to respond to each and every comment on any of my YouTube videos. So if you feel like that this kind of thing is happening with you as well, then feel free to comment and ask me any questions that you have in mind regarding these things specifically, wherein you are applying from the agents and you find anything dicey or fishy, or you feel pressured that they are just trying to convince you that just go for this particular thing, this is the best thing and all. Don't go for it. You can ask me below. And now let's start with what I studied in an MBA program. What was the curriculum, whether it helped me or not, and at what age and with how many years of experience did I do. And if you are a fresher, then doing MBA will benefit you or not. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I know a lot of you have this thought of that whether I will be too late for doing an MBA degree, or I will lose the interest in studying again if I get some work experience first and then go for an MBA. So let me tell you, 99% of the time it's not true, because what happens is, in the first scenario, you won't be too late. I did my MBA after 7 years of graduation, so I had 7 years of experience, and then I planned to do an MBA from a private business school in Australia. So I will get on to that, but let me answer the second one. Now, wherein students feel that if they take gap year or they get on to earning money, they won't feel like going for an MBA degree later on. But the reality is that the competition is so much that when you actually want to progress in your career, you will have to go for an MBA. And now with the AI and tech going so strong, I don't think that there is any possibility of that you just complete your bachelor's and master's or an MBA degree back to back and then just be, free for the rest of your life, that now you don't want to study or that you don't need to study. You will constantly have to keep studying if you want to get good job, good pay scale, and if you want to beat the competition time to time. So yes, now talking about my MBA, I did from Kaplan Business School, which is in Australia. It's a private business school. And I decided to go for a private business school is because that the curriculum that they were offering, I felt that it will serve my needs. So I didn't need to go to a group of 8 universities. And also because my mother is a single parent, I didn't wanted to burden her with lots of financial stress and all, and I didn't wanted to take a loan as well. So that's why, because of these two main reasons, I decided to go for an MBA in a private business school. Now I will tell you the subjects that I have studied in the MBA program. I'll also um, show you the transcript so you can see that what all subjects I had taken. So in case if you like any of those subjects and if your college is offering those, then you can take those subjects as well. So the very first subject I studied was emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence, and diversity. Now I feel that this subject is very important when you are going for a master's degree, whether you're going for any master's in business or an MBA program. This subject will help you a lot in terms of that when you start actually working, how to use your emotional intelligence, the cultural intelligence, because you also have to work in a setting wherein people are coming from the diverse background. So it actually helps you. This subject also helps you in a professional setting as well as personal setting. When you want to take a decision, you need to understand your emotions. The way we have been listening to our feelings and emotions and all, it's not in the right way. So this course is something that will actually teach you about how to understand your emotions and how you can act upon them smartly. Next subject I studied was people, culture, and leadership. In this subject I studied that there are many different type of leaderships, and time to time you may also have to switch your leadership role as well. For example, depending upon the group of people that you are working with, somewhere you can be a friendly leader or a good leader, somewhere you have to be a strict leader. So it actually explains you how to understand people, the culture, and what kind of leadership qualities you need to have for them. So I feel that because I am in a field wherein I have to talk to a lot of people, this subject is something that has actually helped me a lot. Next subject I studied is operations management and decision making models. Now, to understand how the entire business's operation runs, it is very important, not just from the point of that I am a founder of a business, so how I need to run my business, but also from the perspective of an employee also. You can get good insights of how the entire operations or the day-to-day work flows into the organization. And trust me, these are the subjects that until and unless you don't have at least about 1-2 years of experience as well, it will be really difficult for you to understand all of these subjects, because 99% of the time you won't be able to relate what your faculty is teaching you to something what you have done if you don't have experience. So you won't be able to relate it. And the decision making model is very important because each company follows a model for making a decision. So let's say, for example, if I need to make a decision for my marketing campaign, then I need to follow that decision making model. I cannot just randomly take decisions. Also, even if I have experience, I cannot be taking random decisions that yeah, we can do this, we can do that, and stuff like that. So it's very important to understand the decision making model. The next is I prefer to choose an internship in digital marketing area. since I was really passionate about marketing. So then I did at least 4 months of internships in an company to get real experience, and it was not in the education setting. So I actually got internship in another industry so that my skills develop and also my thinking horizons can expand. Because sometimes what happens is that once you stick to one particular industry, you kind of know that what is coming and what you need to do and all. But when you actually work in different industries as well, then you get a lot of insights about what kind of different strategies you can use, or what kind of different changes you can bring to your product, or your in your services as well. So again, this subject helped me a lot. The next subject I studied was consumer behavior and marketing psychology. This is again something that helped me a lot because I could actually relate it with my Instagram videos. Because let's say, for example, I posted 10 videos and out of 10, 2 went viral. So then I could actually analyze from the analytics that what was in the consumer's mind, that they were preferring to watch this video over any other videos so much. So it can actually help you understand how the clients or the customers or the consumer's mind works. So I always had this question that why everyone keeps pricing as 99 rupees or 99.9 and not the actual one. I was like that you would also know that my session prices are in zeros, they are not in 99 and all. But this subject actually helped me understand that it's the marketing psychology that pushes people in thinking that okay, it's not that expensive, it's a bit cheaper, not as cheaper but it's a bit cheaper, and it tends to increase more sales in their business. So again, if you're someone who wants to go into marketing or have their own business, then this subject can actually help you a lot. But otherwise also consumer behavior will help you in all the aspects. But for marketing psychology, I'll only recommend to students who are interested into marketing or digital marketing, or they have their own business, then it's a must to do subject. Next subject I studied was governance, ethics and sustainability. These are not three subjects, this is just one subject. So in this, I would say it didn't actually help me a lot. It might help to someone who is in the product based business, but for I think my work, it didn't really add much value because but it was a mandatory subject, so I had no option to skip it or something like that. So in this subject, I actually learned what are ethics, what is governance rules, and how the sustainability can grow, how it is impacting our world and our environment and all. But since mine is a service based business and I just do it from home only, so I couldn't relate it to it. I couldn't relate to the subject much apart from the ethics chapter. So yeah, I'll pass on this now. The next subject I studied was financial, economical interpretation and communications. Now I love finance, but professionally I cannot go into finance field because it is very heavy. But I do enjoy finance because I do take care of my personal financing as well. So this subject actually helped me a lot. How the economic system works, how to interpret the economics, and how to interpret the financial data like balance sheet, profit and loss sheet, how to take out debt to equity ratio and stuff like that helped me a lot. So whenever now at the end of the year when I file my tax returns, I actually look at all of these things and I'm able to understand that okay, if I'm making profit or if I'm making loss, or how am I doing financially in the terms of my work personally as well, how much savings could I do and stuff like that. So irrespective of whether you are into finance field or you want to work into finance field or not, I would highly recommend to study any of the finance related subject for your personal learning as well, because this will, trust me, help you a lot. And otherwise what will happen is that whosoever is filing your tax return, either someone from your family or the chartered accountant, you will 99% have to rely on them, and on their suggestion you won't be able to give any inputs. Being an independent, I actually feel that I need to be aware of all my finances, all my investments and all of these things. So this subject actually helped me a lot. And yeah, I am still left to do 4 subjects. I have taken an absence of leave, so I will be starting with the 4 subjects again in, I think, July. So let me know if you want me to know that the remaining 4 subjects I will be doing. I still haven't looked at the options that I have. I think 1 will be mandatory and 3 I will get to choose from the list of subjects that the university is offering. So yeah, if you have any questions related to doing an MBA in Australia or anywhere else, ask me the questions in the comment section below. And I hope this video gave you some clarity of what kind of subjects you will be studying in an MBA and whether you will be able to understand as a fresher or not. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.